the word that just got highlighted to me is expectation.
Okay.
Right. So expectation, does it come from source or does it come from our inner critics?
Well, so what happened there? Right. So yeah. Okay. How did you distinguish that?
I think it's just about understanding that source has no expectation.
Okay.
That we're just here for exploration. We're just here for, the ride that is existing as a human for this little blip of time. And because it's an exploration, we can do whatever we want in this exploration, and source doesn't perceive any of it as right or wrong.
Right. But like you also have permission to do all the wild you explore however far you want to go.
Yeah,
But
and
like
however far you allow your ego to allow you to go. So,
right.
people limit their exploration of reality because of the constraints that their mind imposes on them. Those invisible walls that you keep yourself in.
Like, do you think that's just fear?
Absolutely, right?
Okay.
So my inner critic could have piped in and said, "Nick, you don't deserve a sauna. Who builds a sauna?" Right? If you build a sauna, then all of your neighbors are going to be envious. Then you shouldn't make them envious. So you shouldn't build a sauna, right? Those are the types of stories that play in people's minds.
Right. Does how much does financial freedom have to do with any of that? Like, I don't know if you feel financially free, but I would assume you feel financially comfortable.
Well, how do I think financially unconcerned
Okay.
is because it's like the way I operate and the way my connection to source feels now is in a place where I just trust that everything's going to fall into place.
Right.
Right? It's like I don't know. I don't worry about it. Not because I've got $1 billion bank account, but because I know that everything that I need when I need it is always showing up for me.
Right.
So like right now I've got, I don't know, 5 different projects, and I've got more money coming out than coming in, but
Okay.
it'll shift. It'll shift. We've got some beautiful projects on the go. And I know that as long as I keep following my inspiration and my impulses, that everything that I need um, will be provided.
Is it a driver at all? Like, do you feel like an urge from that ever?
I used to.
Okay, so
I would
like
say,
what is now?
what's my driver now?
Yeah, it's just like you feel like a purpose or
I've really integrated the idea and the understanding that true purpose is simply being here and experiencing reality.
okay.
And I would say that in the last 2 to 3 years, prior to 2 years ago, my number one purpose was like following drive. It was like,
Okay.
what do I want to achieve next? How do I get there? Pedal to the metal, let's go.
Right.
Right. And I think that's how most people live their reality. They set their goals and their objectives, and then they do everything they can to try to meet those goals and objectives.
Right.
I would say in the last year to 2 years, I've really stepped out of that. And reality now is just about moment to moment excitement and impulses.
Okay.
And allowing for unfoldings to be exactly what those unfoldings are going to be. And so today in the School of Expansion, we're doing a watch party this afternoon. And that was recorded. It was pre-recorded. We did that yesterday. And a lot of what Source talked about was living open-hearted. And the more open your heart is, the more your connection to source becomes kind of potent, and the more space, the bigger your container of receptivity becomes, and the more you allow in.